The fourth ESO students have participated in the opera The Monster in the Maze, which will be premiered at the Liceu in Barcelona on the 5th of March. In this short making of, we want to show you what the preparation time, the results and the experience of participating in a musical work of a big creation has been like. This project has involved many subjects during this academic year, from music to English, including Latin, physical education and many more.
The subject of music at the beginning looked very difficult. In every class, we did some voice exercises to warm up. We revised some parts we had already learned, and we started trying new ones. In November, we were fortunate to have the visit of Roger Padollès, an opera singer who plays the role of Theseus in the opera. He told us about his career and his experiences in different parts of the world. He also sang a little bit for us, and we sang some parts of the opera for him. It was very interesting.
In art, the work was separated into different topics that we all decided: fear, destiny, I'm the monster, and the internal maze. The topics have very interesting meanings. Fear, explaining what we feared the most, like loneliness, not being enough, and other bad thoughts. Destiny explains the roads that we have already walked, decisions we made in the past, and the ones that we haven't done yet. Then, we did another project, which was a design of a poster about the opera, The Monster in the Maze, representing a part of the opera.
Also, we spent some PE lessons doing activities related to the project of The Monster in the Maze. We mainly talked about what we will be doing and the importance of knowing how to move on the stage and how to act with our bodies and not only our facial expressions. We had to move around the theater individually without following anyone or talking to each other. Then, we all had to look in the same direction, positioning ourselves in a way that allowed everyone to be seen by the audience. Finally, we had to do the same things but expressing different emotions with our bodies.
In social studies, we watched several videos about refugees around the world. We also worked on some testimonies and talked about their life and their culture. We saw wars which happened in the 20th century, as the Spanish Civil War, but also in the 21st century in countries like Afghanistan or Syria. And we have seen that after a century, a lot of immigrant situations are still the same, and a large number of people are forced to leave their homes in search of a secure place to live.
In English, we did different activities related to The Monster in the Maze. The first was to see a video about the opera and its history, as well as the emergence of heroes in ancient Greece and how this concept was evolved through history. The last activity that we did was to think of a person close to us who we could consider a hero. We had to record a video reading a letter that we had written before, thanking him or her for all the things they do for us every day. The activity was called Being Grateful. Our close heroes were people like our parents, grandparents, teachers, or friends. They all had different reactions, but some of them cried or felt very emotional.
In Spanish class, we were told about the myth of the Minotaur and how we have focused on how the character reacts and how it is. Then we did some writing practices trying to describe the Minotaur, especially how we could imagine him and his physical traits. In Latin, we watched a documentary about the myth of the monster in the maze. We guessed who the characters in the myth could represent, or if it was even possible that this myth occurred in real life. Then, students did a presentation about the symbolism of the myth, explaining what was represented in the myth and related to the present, trying to associate what we saw in the myth with our life. Everybody, we are here with some students that will participate in the play The Monster in the Maze, so we are going to make us some questions. So, hello Anya, how are you?
Hello Arnau.
So the first question is, what is the play about?
The play is based on the myth of the monster on the maze, and they want to capture that story with complaints that they have on the present time, and they have chosen the most important cases of the present, that are the refugees, who plays the role of children destined to the laboring, politics, where Donald Trump plays the role of Minos, the king of Creta, and also they have applied the technologies that are guilty of so many hurts, and the architect that takes the role of the technologies. And also finally they have represented Taseu, who is the hero of this story, like a volunteer that rescues the teenagers that goes to the laboring.
Okay, so a very special argument. Now, some questions for Alexia. So, what is your role in the play?
Well, our role in the play is all the refugees that have to be rescued by Taseu. But in the real story, we are all the teenagers who were rescued to the Minotaur by Minos.
Okay, so another question. How long have you been practicing for the play?
Well, I don't know more or less, but we have been 3 months or 4, and we do 3 hours per week. And we went to the Liceu 2 times to practice with the other groups.
Okay, so Arnau, let's see. How do you feel about performing in the big theater of Liceu, a very special place?
Yes, this is an experience we probably won't have anymore. I think we are thankful for the opportunity they give us, and as performing at the Liceu isn't something you do every day, you know.
Okay, and how were the results at Liceu?
Okay, they were really impressive. There were some days when we ended the recital, and we were really tired since we have to learn all the movements, but it still was really nice things to do. Yes.
Okay, and do you know how long the play is?
If I'm not wrong, it's about 1 hour, hour long, and you can find more information in the website.
How is the music that you are going to sing?
It's like very classical because it's an opera, so
No reggaeton, no?
no, it's not reggaeton. Of course, the soundtrack it's very elaborate and it's like very strong, so it makes us powerful when we listen to us.
Okay, and is it difficult to sing this music, like opera music?
Well, at first it was kind of difficult because nobody of the students know how to sing, but our teacher Peps
Like he teaches you the technique, no?
the technique, so we right now we acquire a technique so we can sing better and stronger than
Okay, and finally, who will you sing with?
we have some professional chorus that support us because we are not professional singers, so we don't know how to sing properly, so they give support to us and makes the play sound very good.
Okay, so thank you to all of you to answer these questions, and we will see the day in the big theater of Liceu in the Monster in the Maze. Thank you. So we encourage you to open the doors of the big theater of the Liceu and to find out how such a classic play has been brought to the present day, to rethink our vision of conflicts, how heroes have been transformed, and how society has evolved. We encourage you to see this staging of a classic myth from which we can still draw values many centuries later. We encourage you to see the grain of sand that our students have put into this play. We encourage you to enter in The Monster in the Maze.